Change that with all that video. All right, we're back up live.
Yeah. That's right. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live right now, too. We're going over that, so. All right, I'm going to flip the switches and let the music come down. We're going into announcements and then us.
Okay.
It's 9:20.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock tires, provide collision repairs, including glass, and they have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW would like to thank God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio with a financial donation during these difficult times, and to let you know that they are considered an essential business and are still offering their services regular business hours.
Listen to Kids Public Radio, Sundays from 7 to 10 in the morning on KCHW 102.7.
KCHW programming made possible through the support of New Health. New Health, here when you need us. In these challenging and uncertain times of COVID-19, if you have questions, concerns, or are experiencing symptoms, call 935-8424 to talk to a care team member. COVID-19 testing is available, if indicated, at drive-through locations in Colville, Chewelah, and 9 Mile Falls. There is no appointment necessary. Other New Health sites that offer curbside testing are located in Ione, Loon Lake, and Springdale. Telemedicine is also available for medical concerns like coughs, sore throats, allergies, rashes, and minor injuries. Call New Health at 935-8424 or visit newhp.org to find out details of telemedicine, curbside care, and curbside or mail pharmacy. You can also call 935-8424 or visit online at newhp.org to find a clinic close to you.
This is KCHW 102.7.
That is us, Northern Lights Public Radio. Thank you for being with us this morning. You've got Scott Allen here in the studios, Mike Bentz live from his home, both broadcasting from Chewelah, Washington today. Quick look at your weather forecast, 70% chance of rain. It has started if you haven't stuck your head out your COVID door yet today. 51 and 38. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy day. We're going to call it Transition Day. 64 and 41, 0% chance of rain. And then comes a beautiful weekend, a much-needed nice weekend. Sunny skies Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 74, 75, and 73, respectively. Say, oh, yeah, Mike Bentz.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Reported. I might even grab the war clubs out and play a round of golf.
All right. So one thing I have never done in my life is go golfing.
Really?
I have never golfed.
When we get this COVID thing, I'll invite you up as a guest.
Would you? Would you take me? Would you show me the ropes? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll play the 9-hole course, which is, the young kids, old person course.
Okay. That's it. It sounds perfect for Scott.
Actually an easy. Well, actually, Loretta and I love to play it because it's really recreational. And it's, it's challenging, but not challenging. And, because it was actually built in 1976.
All right.
It tells you how long it's been there.
Wow.
The 18-hole course is a little bit more for the golfers, and then the beautiful thing is, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we're the only 27-hole course, I believe, east of the Columbia.
No way.
So,
all right.
Yeah, in the state of Washington. Yeah, it's pretty unique.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to roll out some local birthdays here. Will you check your microphone, make sure it's turned the right direction? You sounded a little muffled as we come back on.
Well, we were playing with that earlier, so I'll play with it.
I don't know if it's turned on your shirt, if it's right on the cord there or something, but
it's on the cord.
Local birthdays today. We've got a few of them. We're going to start off with Evie Fuller having a birthday. Get this, Kevin Herda having his birthday today.
Do you want to guess how old Kevin is? I have no idea.
I'm going to guess early 40s.
Okay.
All right.
Did you go to school with him?
I did not. So he is younger than
Okay.
me. That's a for sure. So.
Okay.
And you can tell by he looks so much better too. You're going to put my face next to Kevin's, and they're going to say, "What happened to Scott?" Really, 10 years makes that much of a difference?
Really? Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it does. All right, let's see. This is a cool name. This is a very cool name. Having a birthday today, Garrett Barlocker.
Really? What a name. Our locker.
I like that. All right. Who else do we have on our list for Wednesday? How about Dakota Brooks having a birthday as well? Applause all the way around. Now, what kind of devious things could we do to Kevin Herta today? It is a Wednesday, so I know on Tuesdays he goes to his other drugstores like in like Kettle Falls or the one up at I can't remember. It's south of us by the Tum Tum area. There's one up there. They got one up there too. Lake City, something like that.
Yeah, I know he's got one down there, but I couldn't tell you.
So I know he does rounds to the other pharmacies on Tuesday. So he should be in Chewelah today. So you should be able to catch him at Valley Drug. So I would just like to see an enormous amount of people go in with their masks and socially distanced, but be sure and tell Kevin happy birthday, especially if you got to go pick up some meds. You're going to be there anyway. Say, "Oh my God, was Scott and Mike talking about you on the radio? Did you hear it?"
Exactly. Well, at a minimum, when you drive by, honk.
That's an easy one. Everybody blowing their horns at the red light today. We're going to get people in trouble. I love it. Did we have any celebrity birthdays that you actually notice?
Yeah,
okay.
I do. They're, and I would say 2/3 of them, I even know who they are.
Oh, wow.
At the top of the list is one of my favorite, Bob Seger.
Really? That's one of your favorite artists?
It is. He's 75.
Okay.
And
do you have a favorite Bob Seger song?
I was thinking about that, and of course the old time rock and roll is the go-to, but I also like Night Train, Main Street. There's one about Detroit.
Yes.
And then there's one I can't remember the name of it, but it's where it starts out where he's on a bus and he's leaving from Omaha and he's back on the road and I mean, you're the trivia guy.
That one's not coming to me. Well, some of his big songs, Against the Wind, Betty Lou's Getting Out Tonight, Main Street, Hollywood Nights, Mary Lou, Night Moves, Ship of Fools, Fire Down Below. None of those ringing a bell, huh? All right.
Yeah. But I just love that song because, I was on the road a lot. And the lyrics in that song really relate to those people that are out on the road making a living. Rock and Roll Never Forgets. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. I'll have to just see if I can figure it out. But he's one of my favorite singers. So then we have Alan Dale, who's 73 on Lost and Ugly Betty, and I'm trying to picture him. I don't know, but I wouldn't want that on my resume. So what was your last TV show? Ugly Betty. No, I don't mean your aunt. What was your last TV show? Ugly Betty. Exactly. Then we move on with Tom Bergeron from Dancing with the Stars, and he was also a gaming host too, wasn't he? Yeah, some game show. I can't remember what it was though. The same game show, yeah. I've always that's Julie. I missed my calling. That's one thing I've always wanted to do is a television game show. Game show? Yeah. Oh, you'd be a great Drew Carey. That wasn't the one I was more like Richard Dawson, where the women all want to kiss me. Oh, no, I think you'd be a great Drew Carey. Wow, thanks. Okay, all right. Is that a compliment or an anti-compliment? No, actually, I think that's a compliment. Okay, excellent, then. I'll take it. Okay. All right. Okay, then we have Julianne Phillips, who's 60. And then Roma Downey, who's also 60 and Touched by the Angel. And I actually, being the softer side of me, I love that show. I did. So, yeah. That's so cute. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm such a touchy-feely, I bet you watched Little House on the Prairie, too, didn't you? Actually, I did. All right. Okay. Then we have probably the richest guy in the world. That's not a Shah or a sheik or an oil baron, George Clooney. And how did he manage 59? Well, I think he's done some pretty good movies, but I think he's just a smart business guy. I mean, they said he developed that premium tequila with, I think, 2 other people. I can't remember who they are. And then they sold it off for like $1 billion. He married well. That always helps. But yeah, I mean, and I think overall he's pretty well recognized as a pretty good actor.
Oh yeah, I dig those Ocean's movies. Those are fun.
Oh yeah, the Danny Ocean movies. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, and then we have 2 people I've never heard of. You probably have.
No.
Okay, I can't even pronounce it. Gabri.
There you go.
Sidibe. Okay. She's 37. I assume it's a she. 37.
Yes.
And Shashir Zamata from Saturday Night Live, who is 34.
All right. On to history. It happened today. It is the 6th of May now. It's hard to keep track during the COVID. I keep getting lost everywhere.
I have to be on a conference call today, and I'm actually sending the agenda out. So yesterday I sent the agenda out. Okay, we'll talk to you everybody at 2:00.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, Laura Ritchie's on this call, and she emails me back. Mike, my calendar says it's Wednesday, and I'm the one that's doing, setting up the administrator on the Zoom. I'm there. Oh, okay. Now what day is this?
Well, that's like last week, because Brandon has a hard time staying till 10 on Friday. So I said, well, let's go back to the original time, 7:15 to 9 that we did the morning show. And he says, okay, well, I forgot I told him that. I was here at 8 on Friday wondering where Brandon was. Well, he was here at 7:15 zooming in wondering where Scott was. But so for your knowledge, by the time we make all the way around to next week, we will be back at our normal broadcast time of 7:15 for the morning show. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right. So I need to know that. So that means I have to get up and take a shower earlier.
Yeah. And then if you've caught it on the radio, we started a 12-day nonstop series with Brian Tidwell from the Libraries of Stevens County every night at 8 o'clock. So do it for 10 more days. It ends not this Friday, but the following Friday. And we're doing it both Saturday and Sunday, too. 8 o'clock each night, story time with Brian Tidwell from the Libraries of Stevens County, all made possible by a grant from our Chewelah Kiwanis. And it's happening right here on Northern Lights Public Radio every night at 8. Something for the kids, and he tells stories so great. It's a great way to unwind your kids from the day and the family to get together, and I figured this is the perfect time to do that. We're going to run this through next Friday, and then when the next week starts, so we'll be about the middle of the month or around the 15th, I'm going to let all the DJs come back in as long as we don't have a spike in COVID or anything. So okay. Not for guests coming into the studio yet, but we are going to bring all the local DJs back in. So. That's the plan.
So that'll be in two weeks.
Yes, we're going to get. I don't want to disrupt their shows because all the local DJs work at night in the evenings and do their special genres of music, and I don't want to interfere with those. So I figured by the time we're done with this little 10-day series of books of stories with the library, then as we roll into the next week, we'll bring the DJs back in as long as everything keeps going forward like it is and the curve's flat.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Yep. So history, 1889, Eiffel Tower was opened to the public at the Universal Exposition in Paris. Jump all the way to 1946 when the New York Yankees became the first Major League Baseball team to travel by plane.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, they might have another first this year if they ever start baseball. Maybe the New York Yankees will be the first one to travel by plane in 2020.
It could be. The nice thing in 1946, the windows rolled down so they could all flap their arms. That's how they flew in 1946.
Okay. All right.
1954, Roger Bannister became the first person to run the mile in under 4 minutes. Set the bar.
Set the bar, yeah.
1965, Keith Richards fell asleep while improvising with a new guitar. The next morning, he couldn't remember the riffs, but I Can't Get No Satisfaction had been preserved on a tape recorder.
Oh, yeah. He fell asleep while improvising with the new guitar.
All right.
Okay.
Here's something.
Think through that.
Yes. Here's something you don't see every day. 1990, Dominique Cuzereria ran the 26.2-mile Buffalo, New York marathon in 3 hours and 6 minutes while flipping a pancake.
Anything you can do to get into the Guinness World Record.
I wonder how many times that pancake hit the ground in that 26-mile jog. I'll eat it.
Yeah, I wonder if they had the 5-second rule.
1994 flight crew of, let's see, I'll just make sure nobody passed away on this because I hate those. The flight crew of an Aeroflot jetliner with no hydraulic fluid landed 55 passengers safely in Russia by pouring all the lemonade on board into the jet's hydraulic system.
But they saved the vodka.
Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome, actually.
All right. I'm going to try that in my power steering unit. 2003,
Okay.
a speedy bandit blazed through Dallas during the morning rush hour, robbing 9 businesses in just 2 hours. The bandit, armed with a gun, drove a Cadillac and robbed a business every 13 minutes. Police said 3 of the businesses were donut shops. No one was injured in the robberies. The suspect was not found, but they're guessing he was a cop.
I knew that was coming.
All right. 2006, New Jersey dumped "Come See for Yourself," its second attempt at a slogan in less than a year. It was the product of a statewide contest set up by the then acting governor Richard Cody after he rejected a consultant's offering, "We'll win you over."
Hey, I've got one for New Jersey.
Okay.
Come visit New Jersey, the only state where you can taste the air.
Does it leave a film in your mouth?
It does. I mean, I've been there a couple of times, and it's hard to describe.
Maybe it's why COVID was so bad there. The thick air.
It could be.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Other than it's probably pretty clean right now, because that's one of the benefits, if you want to call it that, of the COVID is the greening of the atmosphere is really slowed down, and you get places like Los Angeles where they can actually see buildings now.
Well, I was talking about that with a friend the other day. Is you can notice markedly how blue the skies are.
Yeah.
And you don't see all the jet trails, which kind of makes me wonder because there's so many people that believe in chemtrails. That the government is seeding our clouds to do whatever. Well, wouldn't they still be flying around?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they? I don't see them either.
No. Well, I think one side of that is there's hardly any jets in the air at the moment too.
So they might stand out if they were actually trying to seed our skies. Yeah.
Right.
All
exactly.
Right. That's just for my conspiracy theory friends.
Okay.
I don't bite off on that one. I never have. But you hear there's a lot of talk about that, and there's a lot of people that believe in the chemtrails and that the government spraying stuff. Now, is that a beyond our government to try and control the weather? I don't think so. They want to control everything.
Yeah, you're feeding right into those conspiracy theories.
But the fact that there's no planes out there now kind of stomps that one down.
That's true.
All right.
That's true.
All right, on to special events. We're going to get those from the big guy.
Hey, well, the first one is Grumpy John Day. It's a Great American Grump Out.
What would you think?
So, congratulations, Grumpy John. You have your own special day.
Yay,
May
Grumpy.
6th.
So I wonder when people hear randomly his name, like as referring to him, who's that guy, Grumpy John? Is he really mad all the time? The closest to anger I've ever seen Grumpy is a look of concern. I've never seen him mad, but he could be one of those guys. If he got mad, look out. I doubt it, though.
Okay, then we have Deaf Interpreter Day.
Excellent. We need him.
Yeah, we need those. And then we have, actually, in my opinion, one of the most underrated and overlooked people out there, and that's the Skilled Trades Day.
Definitely.
These people definitely build America, so support your skilled trades people. Oh, this one's one of my favorite, the No Diet Day.
Oh, oops, I thought that was the past 3 days.
Loretta made like an angel food cake. I think that's what it's called. And poppy seed. Mm-hmm. And it's phenomenal. So, I'm practicing my discipline by only having one slice a day. And you know the way I do that?
What's that?
She gives it to me.
She controls the sweets, does she?
She controls the cake. Oh, because she's a control freak. Okay.
Right. I get to make my own eating decisions. That's why yesterday I had 4 Pop-Tarts.
Were they the healthy ones with no frosting?
They were, but you know what's kind of strange is I was looking at a box of Frosted and a box of plain strawberry, and the plain strawberry actually had more sugar.
Really?
How's that possible?
I don't know. I used to love Pop-Tarts. They were my kind of snack throughout the day when I was working out in the field.
Not good for you. So bad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know, I had a cat that liked them too. What a crazy thing. I mean, it was in the middle, you know, like how you can't crack the can of cat food. She could not resist that crinkly sound of the Pop-Tart package. She'd come running.
Okay.
All right.
So you do that now to call Mooch?
Yes. No, it was a different cat. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then we have actually a great day. It is golf day.
All for you, Mike.
Yeah, all for us. Yep, exactly. And then no homework day. So, Scott, you're given the day off from your homework.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right. School nurse day. Do you remember any of your school nurses?
Back in my day, they didn't have a school nurse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was no school nurse. Yeah, because I remember one time in PE, Mr. Pine would make us run around the gym if we got in trouble, and he'd put a chair in each corner on the floor where the last square is, to mark the court. He put a chair in each corner, and we'd have to run around the gym in a certain amount of time, and everybody had to make it, or you had to do it again. And I think it was mainly entertainment for him because, as you can imagine, a bunch of high schoolers trying to do a 90-degree turn while all trying to make it to the finish line on time so they don't have to do it again. Massive wipeouts. I mean, kids are careening, tripping over the chairs. And one time when he blew the whistle, the guy in front of me did the runner's thing with his arms, and he went really fast, and his elbow came back, cracked me in the chin, split my tongue open. I made it all the way around the gym. Everybody did in time. And I walked up to Mr. Pine, and I remember I said, "Is there something wrong with my tongue?" And the blood just went all the way down the front of me. And he goes, "You should go to the office, Scott." So
go see that school nurse.
There was no school nurse, but he sent me to the office, and I made it halfway to the office, and I fainted because of the shot to my eardrums or whatever. So yeah, no school nurse in my day.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there was in at least my elementary school.
Really? I don't. There could have been,
after that.
And I'm sure there was somebody, that was designated as being the first aid person, I suppose. Yeah. But I don't ever remember.
Well, back in my day, they're the ones that gave you the polio vaccine.
Oh, yeah.
It was the school nurse, in the elementary school. Well, that's how they got it distributed.
I remember getting shots in school, so that very well could have been, or maybe it was something that came through.
I'm thinking that we got it in sugar cubes. In fact, I'm pretty sure we did.
Really?
Yeah, there weren't any shots involved. So,
All right.
Think of that. You're a third grader, and you go in to get your cube of sugar.
And it's a polio vaccine or a hit of acid. You don't know which.
Yeah, well, you're younger than me.
All right, your number for the day, Mike. Oh, we didn't make it through. You got.
Oh, we got one left.
Okay.
Tourist Appreciation Day, and may we all hope that they come out in droves when we can. When we can. At least, when we can. Exactly. And I think the local. I think people are not going to take the long trips because I believe they're going to feel there's too much risk. But I do believe the places like the Chihuahua and 49 degrees and the golf course, and if you go up into the Mettling Falls and all the things that we have to offer within a couple hours of Spokane, once the trigger is pulled and people can do that, you're just going to see, people flow out. To give you an example, the RV park now is open, but when it wasn't, we had a 2-week limit where people had to use it for at least 2 weeks. That's how we figured we met the mandate that we weren't doing it for just overnighters, that it was designed for people that he needed a place because we didn't want him displaced. And we had a guy out of Spokane call us, and Jason said, well, we have a 2-week minimum to meet the requirements coming out of the state. And the guy said, I don't care. I am so tired of looking at the walls in my house. I'll come up, pay your 2 weeks, and if I have to, I will leave early and come back. So I think once that trigger's pulled, there's going to be a lot of people like that that are going to want to get out and they're going to want to recreate. So,
especially, I would say, single people. It's got to be the roughest on them.
Well, but even Loretta and I think we'll look at each other. Okay, what's your day look like tomorrow? And she'll look at what does yours look like tomorrow? I got one more thing to do than you do.
At least you keep going with your meetings and all the organizations you're part of, and keeping them going. So
yeah. Then that keeps me busy. I mean, this is a pretty light week, but last week I think I had 5 conference calls, and and I'm learning how to write grants or that type of thing. So. Yeah. I mean, I stay pretty busy. That's not an issue at all.
Remember those communication grants, and now I have a theater I can't do a show in. So when you're looking around, if you spot something, you send it to me.
Well, I still need that DUNS number.
You need that DUNS number. Okay.
That's right. You got to get that done.
All right.
That's a play on words. Okay.
Get that DUNS number done. Do you? I've seen lots of COVID memes out there. Have you seen anything that really kind of like struck your eye online? You went, "Oh, that's cute."
I have, but it's
not
kind of one of those fleeting moment things. Yeah.
Well, I've got one ready to go. I'm going to do, and it's going to be my before and after hair. Without a barber.
Well, hey, I like the slick. Man, I told you that before we got on the air today. That greaser looks.
You like that, huh?
Looks well on you. Yeah.
I went all 50s today and greased the hair straight back. And it's
greased the hair and combed it straight back.
It was a bad hair day, actually.
Yeah, but at least you got enough hair to do that with. If I streaked mine, it'd look pretty sad.
There's a nonprofit group raising funds to feed people through the coronavirus. I saw this yesterday. Actually, I heard it on the radio, checking out some other stations. And they're actually selling Corona T-shirts with slogans on them about the virus. I thought that was kind of a cute idea. And right. They say every T-shirt, I think, was feeding 5 or 6 people per T-shirt.
Yeah.
So they could, or 5
I think
meals.
There's a fair amount of that out there.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's cool.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
All right.
It's the old turn lemons into lemonade.
That's right. Over in Idaho, things going kind of rough in a few places. How do you tell someone from Idaho to stop climbing a ladder?
How do you tell somebody to stop climbing a ladder?
Yeah.
Boy. Take away the ladder.
No, you don't have to. It actually, you don't have to say anything as long as they can read, because it has stop written on the top step. Sorry, bad joke. All right.
Okay. Yeah,
are you ready to toss some trivia back and forth? And we'll end with that as we head toward 10 o'clock this morning.
I am.
All right. So I'm going to apologize for us not getting into our odd news today, but we are going to wrap up and a little head-to-head competition with the smart guy and the dumb guy, and I'm the dumb guy.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And today it's Scott Allen and Mike Bentz.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
And all I have to say to you, Bentz, is game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Bring it on.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Oh, let's see. I'll go first.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Of all of the professions in the world, the average one of these is only 5 feet 8 inches tall.
Of all the professions in the world, the average one of these is only 5. And this is a person?
It's a person. It's worldwide.
It's a worldwide.
Let's see. They've got a professional organization they belong to.
Does this have to do with sports?
It has to do with sports. We actually have 2 of these locally in the Chewelah community.
What?
Yeah.
Two people that have played this sport, or two competitions of this sport?
They have played this sport.
Professionally in Chihuahua.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, I don't know if they played it professionally, but they're professionals that do this.
And it's a sport. So I'm just going to have to guess.
Sport.
I'm going to have to guess and say football.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Golf?
No, golf. You got it.
Yeah.
Go golf. We actually have two PGA pros, Jason Pitt and Josh Olson.
What about Ron? Ron was because me and Ron went to high school together, and John taught the golf class when I was in high school, and since his dad was into it, Ron was an excellent golfer. I'd be surprised if he didn't win any awards.
No. Well, this is a professional designation they get. It's through it's PGA, or Professional Golf Association. So they have to take classes. And I don't believe Ron's been through that. At least I've never heard that. Yeah. So. Yeah. Right. So we have two of these to my knowledge. There may be more out there, but there are only two that I'm aware of.
And it's funny.
They're still active.
And it's funny he's working up there because as a kid he was so into golf.
Oh yeah, he still is. Believe me.
All right.
Yeah, he's a great golfer.
Right.
He's a great bowler, I'm told too, and he's also fantastic at horseshoes.
Oh.
And then on top of that, he's probably one of the best groundsforemen in the world.
All right.
I mean, this course has never ever looked as nice as it is currently.
Little trivia: fastest I've ever been in a vehicle, been with Ron May.
It is Dad's Mercury Marauder, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, John, you didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that, John?
You didn't need to know.
I didn't know your car could fly, though.
That's right. The speedometer only goes to 120.
I know for a fact that car does 140. All right.
That's only through downtown.
Shh. Come on. All right.
It's kind of like that guy over in Snohomish that got a ticket for doing 192 miles an hour.
Wow. That's one thing.
That happened this last week.
Oh, my gosh. That's one thing about, throwing yourself under the bus at 53 when it's something you did at 16. The statute of limitations has expired.
Yeah. Well, you hear things like, my son, this is years after this happened, but, as you cross I-90 and you go into Seattle, you have the tunnels that you go through on the Seattle side.
Yes.
Well, actually in Mercer Island side too, but on the Seattle side. And I guess that at like 2 a.m, him and his buddies would block the tunnels off so traffic couldn't get through there. And then they would drag race through the tunnels and out across Lake Washington.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, now I do not condone that, nor do I think that was a smart move. And I'm just thankful nobody got hurt.
When I was in high school here in Chihuahua, what we would do is drive around town until we set where the eye doctor is there across from Safeway. That used to be, I believe, the Dash-In restaurant, if I'm right. There was a restaurant right there. But we would wait until, in the wintertime, we would wait till all the cops were at the Dash-In, and then we'd go to the high school parking lot and flip Brodies. Because they wouldn't have plowed it yet, and you'd have a bunch of fresh snow in there. Yeah. And not too many things to hit, but... all right. Back under the bus I go. Here we go. So I'm going to take that first one as a loss.
Okay.
Okay, since I didn't get it till the second guess. Your first question. This happens every 45 seconds in the United States, and it's bad.
45 seconds in the United States, and it's bad.
Yes.
Is it criminal?
No. No, we'll say no.
Okay.
Something you don't. It's something you definitely don't want to have happen to you or live through. It happens every 45 seconds in our country.
You die. You pass away.
No. This would be something that happens.
You get in an accident.
This is you're getting closer. This is something that happens to something you own, and it's not a good thing. In fact,
car.
No. When this happens, the Red Cross usually comes out to help you.
Oh, you have a heart attack.
Nope. The Red Cross comes out to help you for a heart attack?
Oh, no. Okay.
Sorry.
Red Cross helps you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, your house burns down.
There
You
you,
have a fire.
there you go. There you go.
Okay.
All right. And I don't know what position that is, but when you lean back in your chair like that, your microphone worked excellent.
Really? Like this?
Oh, it's all better now. I don't know. It moved or something. You're sounding great. All right.
Oh, okay.
All
Because
right.
it's been breaking up, at least on my side.
So we're neck and neck at 0.
Okay. All right. Okay. 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 This 1 in 40 people say they were helped last week by what?
1 in 40 people say
Right. Yeah.
they were helped.
If you think back to our birthdays, there's a great hint in the middle of them.
Our birthdays.
Yeah, the celebrity birthdays
Celebrity birthdays. Great hint.
for today.
In the middle of them. Give me the question one more time.
1 in 40 people say they were helped last week by what?
Oh, you gave me the answer. That's so unfair that you led me to it. They were helped by angels, Mike.
Right, exactly. Well, I figured you needed the help.
Oh, all right. I'll go ahead and take a point there. I'll try to give you a better
Okay.
clue on one too. All right. Let's see. Who said this? Which U.S. president said facts are stupid things? Would it be Ronald Reagan, Herbert Hoover, Donald Trump, Richard Nixon, or Abraham Lincoln? Who said facts are stupid things?
I was going to say Richard Nixon.
No. Second guess?
Then it'd have Abraham Lincoln.
Nope.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan is right.
Process of elimination.
Yeah. Well, my first guess, you know what it would have been, was Trump, because he says goofy things. So that would have, and
Right.
my second guess would have been Reagan because he had Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Just a guess.
Well, some people think Donald Trump has Alzheimer's.
I wasn't going to say that, but thank you, Mike.
Okay. Well, I thought I'd give you one today.
All right. I got to find. Oh no! Now it's my turn again. All right, my chance to sneak ahead, maybe.
Okay.
All right. No, you're asking
ready.
me. You got one more for me on there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do.
All right.
Okay. What do the words console, produce, project, rebel, and reject have in common?
Console, produce, and I got reject. Project.
Rebel, and reject.
Rebel and reject. Wow.
Yeah.
Console, produce.
Okay.
Produce is in like a vegetable, or produce is in like make something?
Well, let me give you a hint. Take the first syllable and use that as the primary accentuation. So like console, produce, project, rebel, and reject.
So they're like, you want me to do the pro and con? I give up.
Okay. All right. If you pronounce the first syllable the way I did, they're considered a noun. And if you take the second syllable and accentuate that, then they're verbs.
Okay.
So console versus console.
Ah. Okay.
Okay. Produce versus produce.
Project versus projecting.
Right.
Like that? Okay.
Rebel versus rebel.
So they
And
all have two
reject
meanings. They all have two. All the words have two meanings.
They have two meanings.
Ah.
Yep.
All right. I still.
No, that's getting pretty deep for us.
Oh, wow. I can see why I didn't get it. All right.
Me either, actually.
All right. I'm going to travel you to Iran.
Okay.
And barf is the brand named of what product that is sold in Iran?
Barf. B-A-R-F.
BARF.
Okay. Barf is the product of. Oh man.
You get this in
beer.
You get this in the grocery store. It is actually in the cleaning section.
Okay, soap?
It is. It's dishwashing detergent. There you go, Mike.
Really?
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
All right. All right.
Hey, Loretta, I'm running the story. You want a little barf?
And do you have any other kind of question there? We're tied.
What two words, when combined, hold the most letters?
What two words?
This is when combined, hold the most letters. This is a place. This is something that Congress is trying to give some money to. It used to be a preferred way of communication that's been I guess, replaced by electronic communication.
Postal service?
Close. Post office.
Oh, the place that has the most letters.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Just 4% of moms want what on Mother's Day? It's not a gift.
It's not a gift.
4% of moms want this on Mother's Day. It is it is a gift, but it's not a purchased gift.
It's not a purchased gift.
And
a
it's
call.
A what?
A call.
No. She doesn't. She doesn't have to do anything for this. She wouldn't even have to pick up the phone. She doesn't have to do anything for this until it arrives. Huh?
Peace and quiet. Peace and quiet.
Oh,
day off.
you're so close. What guys typically ask for this? Oh, it's my birthday. I don't even want to get up. I want to have breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed.
All right.
4% of moms want breakfast in bed. Only 4. So maybe I should have thrown that in as a qualifier.
Okay.
All right. I've got one more. This is your chance to. Since you gave me 2 answers, so it doesn't really count. But it's your chance to catch up. Okay. You just gotta make me laugh once. That's all you have to do.
Okay.
Okay. It's answer wrong and win. You do horrible at this, Mike.
I know, because I'm too logical.
You are. It's a challenge. So I'm looking for a stupid answer that could not be true when I give you the statement. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What color are most pencils?
Rainbow.
Oh, he made me laugh. No. Name a company that flies people places.
Golf.
In basketball, how much is a 3-pointer worth?
A hamburger.
And when you shop at the grocery store, you put your selections into what? Correct answer.
Into the trash.
No, correct answer. You haven't been listening to Odd News. When you're at the grocery store, you put your groceries into what if you're stealing them?
Stealing them?
Yes.
In a bag.
No, if you're at
in a donut.
If you're at the grocery store and you're stealing your groceries, what do you people usually put it into? The stolen groceries. I made this one.
Their car.
No, their pants.
Their pants.
Yeah, it's always in the Odd News. There's always somebody putting something in their pants at the grocery store.
Their pants. Yeah, but I thought it had to be crazy answer. I guess that is a crazy answer. And I should know that. Remember the guy that stole the steaks from the clubhouse and you put them in his pants?
Exactly. I should have used that. You've even had this happen when somebody stole something from you. That's right. He put them in his pants. Not a good hiding place. You know, usually that's the first place the cops look.
Oh, okay. Drop your pants.
That's right. But you had me with rainbow pencil. Thank you very much. That is our show today, all made possible by our friends at God-Fearing Brothers Auto Sales and Auto Repair. Thank them very much for their donations. Keep our morning show going. Other than that, do you have anything you want to wrap up with? Remind people to buy their chamber bucks, Mike? What?
Buy those chamber bucks. Remember the challenge. Spend $20 a week, or I'll say invest $20 a week in a local restaurant for takeout. You've got great selection in Chihuahua, and And then again, the numbers, $20 a week or 1,000 people every month, that's $80,000. That means $56,000 goes back into the community to support those businesses that create jobs, help the service industries out, support the schools, and the variety of services you get through the city. So, go out and spend a few dollars.
All right. Great tip. I've got one too, and that is for families. Together with the libraries of Stevens County and the Kiwanis, we are rolling out another edition of Reading Rainbow. And instead of doing this one on each Sunday, we're doing it every night for 12 consecutive nights. We started it on Monday, and you can jump in and enjoy the fun anytime. Great way to wrap up your day with the kids, 8 p.m. each night for the next 10 nights. It is called Reading Radio. It's with our own library manager, Brian Tidwell. And he is what I like to call a master storyteller. Check it out for yourself. Tonight, episode 3 of Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim with Brian Tidwell right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. I love it.
And I assume that's also through the internet. Is that correct?
It is. You can listen to it on the internet. You cannot find this anywhere else, though, and they are not downloadable. It's you got to do it on the radio or online and listen to it while it happens live at 8 o'clock each night. And it's because of copywriting and stuff. And the person who wrote this book very graciously gave us permission to do it, but they didn't want it downloadable, which makes total sense.
So basically my grandkids in Western Montana can listen to it.
Anybody in the world can listen to it.
Anybody in the world. Okay.
Tonight at northernlightspublicradio.com. And if you want to share it with friends or share some of our posts from the library, too, you can share it with anybody. It's 8 p.m. Pacific, and they can do it at northernlightspublicradio.com if they're out of the area, or kchw.org. Either website, they're exactly the same.
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Thank you for your help today. I'm Scott Allen.
I'm Mike Pence.
And it's Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Please have an awesome day.
It's 10:06.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from... All right, buddy.
Hey, I was really breaking up the last half hour. Was it coming through on